Hi everyone! Welcome to today's video. First, let's think about a question. When you think of Downton Abbey, what comes to mind? Is it the grandeur of the estate, the elegance of aristocratic life, or the unwavering devotion of the servants? The rituals of nobility and the loyal servants create a unique and romantic atmosphere in this period. But is this portrayal an accurate reflection of history? In today's video, we will explore how the iconic series Downton Abbey represents the early 20th century relationship between the aristocracy and the working classes. I will analyze how media narratives about class relationships influence modern politics and economics. By examining these portrayals, we can understand why people romanticize the past, seeing it as an era of stability and tradition, contrasting with the uncertainties of modern life. This analysis will include comparisons with modern films and TV series that echo these themes, such as Pride and Prejudice and Titanic. Popularity of Downton Abbey and similar productions goes beyond just stunning costumes and gripping plots. These shows resonate with audiences because they offer an emotional escape, transporting us to a time of grace, dignity, and tradition. But why is it that productions like Downton Abbey so often emphasize the charm and nostalgia of aristocratic life, especially when juxtaposed with the uncertainties of modern times? Many believe that romanticizing the past stems from a desire to escape the anxieties of the present. In times of social upheaval and economic instability, history often feels like a sanctuary. Historian David Carnadine, in his book The Decline and Fall of the British Aristocracy, points out that the aristocracy's decline became inevitable with the rise of democracy. He writes that the politics of deference had definitely ended, and that the politics of demos had emphatically arrived. This shift challenges the idea of a stable and harmonious past. The nostalgia we feel often leads to a selective memory of the past. It focuses on the elegance and charm of the aristocracy while glossing over the struggles of the lower classes. In Downton Abbey, the Crawley family is portrayed as noble and resilient, suggesting that the old social order possessed qualities that modern life has lost. However, the truth is far more complicated. While these dramas emphasize the grandeur of the past, they often downplay or omit the harsh realities faced by the working class. For example, Titanic. The tragic sinking of the ship is romanticized into a love story, but it fails to address the brutal reality that the lower-class passengers were confined below deck, trapped by class segregation. Another aspect of this romanticized past is the portrayal of gender roles, especially the idea of female independence. In Downton Abbey, characters like Mary exhibit both grace and progressive ideas while striving for female empowerment. This gives the illusion that female independence was a natural progression of society. However, historian Susan Pycroft highlights that nearly a third of British women were already working when World War I began, and many were reluctantly accepted into war work as a last resort. Class consciousness is another key theme that these romanticized narratives often overlook. In Downton Abbey, social change is framed as a bittersweet process. The loss of aristocratic power is portrayed as the decline of a more elegant and cohesive society. Similarly, in The Crown, royal traditions are shown as anchors amidst political transformation, reinforcing the idea that the past symbolizes dignity and order. However, as historian Leon D. Epstein notes in British Class Consciousness and the Labour Party, political power in 19th century Britain was almost entirely controlled by the upper class. The reality of class oppression and inequality is often subtly obscured in these narratives, skewing our modern understanding of social hierarchy. In conclusion, while historical dramas like Downton Abbey offer a window into the past, They also contribute to a romanticized view of history, one that often overlooks the realities of class, gender, and social inequality. The past is presented as a time of grace and civility, but it is important to remember the struggles that lay beneath the surface. As we continue to consume these portrayals, we should be mindful of the complexities that history offers and question whether our idealized vision of the past aligns with the full reality. Thank you for listening.